Elden Ring is too hard. It's what people are saying when it comes to the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. People say it's incredibly challenging, and some articles and reviews claim it needs the addition of an easy mode. However, I don't share that same opinion, and I'm here to tell you why I think Elden Ring and its DLC are not as hard as people think. Elden Ring is the first Souls game I've ever played, and I absolutely fell in love with its world and gameplay. The first boss I defeated was the magma worm from the Gale Tunnel in Caelid, and I did it as a level 1 wretch with the stick, and it took me 2 hours.
I did it! Let's go!
Elden Ring is known for its punishing yet rewarding gameplay, diverse range of weapons, and its open world design, making it challenging but still accessible to a wide range of players, as you can face a tough boss, get clapped, go exploring, and then come back stronger and smarter to win. That's what I feel the beauty of Elden Ring is. Your goal is to surpass these difficult challenges, and you can do it using whatever you want that the game provides. I see these boss fights as a PvE fighting game, where you and the boss go back and forth in a rhythm, looking for openings to be able to deal damage. And here lies the problem I think people have. See, unlike the base game, some of the bosses in the DLC have longer block strings and fewer punish windows. In fighting games, a block string is a string of attacks used to lock an opponent into a defensive state. For it to truly be a block string, these attacks must be able to continually be used while the opponent cannot easily remove themselves from the situation. To effectively defeat these bosses, you gotta take into account the balance between risk and reward when dealing damage. Meaning, you gotta learn when to attack while not getting too greedy and dodging accordingly.
You should. Brock all.
To compensate for the challenging gameplay though, Elden Ring gives you a plethora of tools and abilities to use. With the DLC, there are over 400 weapons, over 100 Ashes of War, 84 spells, 129 incantations, and 84 spirit summons. And with the Shadow Tree Blessing system, you collect Shadow Tree fragments to permanently boost your damage output and damage resistance in the Land of Shadows. Even though I think there should be more skivvy fragments across the map, because how the hell was I supposed to know that these shadow NPCs holding pots would drop some of them without having a guide? So you can pretty much play the game however you like. You can build craft to your heart's content and create builds that fit your playstyle. You want to be a swordsman and carry around a comically large sword? All the power to you. Want to be a powerful wizard and throw magic missiles at your enemies? You got that? You want to go around hitting bosses with twin katanas like the filthy weeb you are? Go for it. You want to be a Giga Chad and go around spiking people with metal balls? Massive W, dude. Want to pull a JJK and jump the boss with summons?
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
Fucking based. There's so much flexibility and replayability in this game. With the right build, you can turn the game into easy mode by finding the right combination of skills, talismans, and buffs. And when you start experimenting, you can create some super silly builds that seem too good at beating certain bosses. You should use all the tools the game gives you in order to surpass these challenges. The director of the game even said so. Quote, "I want to preface this by saying that I absolutely suck at video games. So my approach or playstyle was to use everything I have at my disposal, all the assistance, every scrap of aid that the game offers, and also all the knowledge that I have as the architect of the game." End quote. Even the absolute legend himself, Let Me Solo Her, agrees with this take.
I'm in the support of like using whatever you can in order to actually defeat whatever boss you're going up against. Like, I have no qualms about that. Like, I use summons all the time, and I actually like getting help from summons.
This DLC makes you learn the boss's movement to better understand the risk-reward factor, because if you don't, you'll end up eating dirt. And I think the final boss of the DLC is the perfect example of this. I kept getting my ass beat until I finally managed to learn the patterns. Now, it might have taken me 6 hours, but I eventually did it.
Please be enough. Oh! Let's go. Oh, let's go. Nice. Hell yeah.
The biggest lesson Elden Ring and its DLC teach is the importance of perseverance. When you first face a boss, it can seem impossible to overcome. You'll probably die a lot, but each death is a learning experience. You'll learn the boss's moves, their patterns, and the timing of the attacks. You'll get better with each attempt, and eventually, what seemed impossible becomes achievable. It's a powerful metaphor for life. We all face challenges that seem overwhelming, but with perseverance, patience, and a willingness to learn and adapt, we can overcome them. So next time you feel like Elden Ring is too hard, remember, it's not about brute forcing your way through the game. It's about learning, adapting, and using everything at your disposal when facing challenges. WDLC. I had a ton of fun playing, and to finish this video off, I'm gonna do a quick tier list ranking all the remembrance bosses of the DLC. Bale was actually just straight up cinema. The fight was so pretty to watch. He was kind of easy though. Gaius, I'm gonna actually put Gaius as probably the most difficult boss in the entire DLC. Like, his gravity attacks are kind of annoying to deal with. His charge is kind of bullshit. Divine Dancing Lion, I think it's an okay boss. I don't think his lightning face is that difficult. I think his wind face is the most difficult one. It's alright. Mesmer's fight was super fun. It might be my favorite fight of the entire DLC. I don't know. Meritor, I'm not gonna lie, this is a very boring boss. It's just kind of a mid boss, I'm not gonna lie. Midra, I enjoyed the buildup of going to where Midra is. I like the like haunted mansion, haunted forest type vibe. Midra as a boss is kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. He's super slow. I honestly wish he had like a third phase, but like he's okay. Putrescent Knight, I think this was the easiest fight in the entire DLC. Actually, no, that's not true. He's the second easiest, right next to the Shadow Tree avatar. It's a cool arena. Moveset wise is very easy to like learn. He's just another guy on a horse, you know? Rolana, she's just alright. She is kind of hard. Like, a really cool fight. I wish she had like a cutscene because she's a really cool boss. You know what? I'll put her like right here with Mesmer. Romina, I'm sorry to do this to you. You were kind of easy work. She's weak to fire. Her attacks are kind of easy to dodge. Also wish she had a cutscene explaining like her lore a little bit. This guy is literally the easiest boss in the entire DLC, and that sucks. The Shadow Tree avatar is a really cool boss. Like, the arena is cool, the boss is cool. It just sucks that this thing is so weak to fire. It's insane. Now, Promise Consort Radon. This might be controversial, but I think Radon is easier than Malenia. His moveset is alright. There's nothing that's like really annoying. I had a fun time fighting him by myself. I think the most annoying part about his face too is not the AoE attacks. I think it's Mikola's hair. Like, please, someone take that boy to a barber. Like, I can't see Radon's arm because of his fucking hair. Like, please, someone just shave him. Give the boy a fade. Please. Radon took me 3 different days to beat, but I only played for like 2 hours each day. So in total, like 6 hours to beat him. And I stand by what I said. I still think Malenia is way harder than Radon. Yeah, this is my tier list. This is, feel free to agree or disagree. This is what I have. Let me know what you guys think.